Hi, Bert.
Hey, Mizzy, what's up?
Who are you gonna give the most money to out of the 12?
Based on what I can research online, um, it the audience believes that the contestants who stayed it out till the end or like stayed out until they got voted out should get the most amount, while the people who left on their own volition should probably get the least amount or nothing at all, because apparently they're getting paid a day rate too,
Mm-hmm.
and to reward them for quitting early before like just giving up. they I noticed the audience or like the of course social media, they felt like that does not make sense, or it seems like I'm rewarding them for like just giving up.
Yeah.
And I realized in a way that's kind of true. Like I shouldn't like reward them for like basically just giving up the fish tank thing early,
Mm-hmm.
because I think I could safely say I was like by far the least knowledgeable completely of how fish tank or any reality shows work, or even all the gaming streaming references that people are making. Even now in this whole Skype thing, I was trying to figure out like, how to make this work, because like I'm probably the least internet savvy compared to all the other contestants reloaders. But yeah, I stuck it out despite all the craziness and all the insanity and the fact that I was actually have a legit mental diagnosis. So the people who are more mentally stable than me, and actually and also have more knowledge about how reality shows work, and the fact that they just gave up and quit, it doesn't seem to make sense to reward them for just not sticking it all the way through. Like, Sybil, for example, Sybil was like despised by the fans and by the contestants and the freeloaders too. At least he stuck it out till the
Mm-hmm.
very end until he was forced out of the show by being voted off.
Yeah.
So in a way, I kind of like respect him a little bit more for that compared to the some of the others who just like like Alex is my baby bro, but like he did literally just leave the show on his own volition after he spent so much time and energy engaged in it. To was like he just gave up at the end. To was like, why? Like you could have just stuck it out until like you got voted off. It's one thing if you got voted off, like like for example, like you did, but you stuck it out to the very end. You fought like hell to stay in the show, and then it just it happened that you got voted off. But then you came back willingly on your own volition to be part of the finale. So therefore, I respect you for that so much. Well, especially since you dealt with all my psychotic bullshit. So like I feel like I would, if I was like swinging the money, I would give you like a good share, a higher share of it too. You, Symbol, Peyton, Binks, and then who else? Job, I think will probably I'll give him like a little bit like a slightly like less than you guys, but like a little
Mm-hmm.
bit, but like some substantial portion, because like he was clearly entertaining to the audience that they loved
Mm-hmm.
him so much.
Yeah.
So
I
like
love Job.
yeah. Jeff, I was gonna give, but then considering what happened with Luke, I feel like it's probably not a good idea to reward his problematic behavior with money that they did not really earn exactly. It just was fuck shit up for Luke badly with like him going home with no ID. And then like Connor did was problematic somewhat, then quit. So like I feel like I should probably not reward the quitters for
Mm-hmm.
just ditching early. The people got voted off, I was assume like they'll make the most sense to give the greater portion of money to. People who gave up and quit. It's like they just quit. Luke, I will probably Luke. I have to include Luke in this. He has to like get a good share too, because
Mm-hmm.
he was engaging from the start, caused drama like
Mm-hmm.
shock value like he was supposed to, but then got eliminated early due to like we were not ready for him yet.
Yeah.
But then willingly came back for the reboot and stayed till the very end.
So you actually were gonna give the money if you had the 50 grand, you were gonna actually split it up and give it to people.
Yeah, like I was trying, like originally the plan at the beginning, all 12, but then I realized that would not make sense because like they just left. Like, why would I? Like, it should like they're always, even though like I was reading the comments like saying like when I mentioned I was gonna split the money, like they said, "Oh, bro, you should not do that. It doesn't make sense for the quitters to get money because they're already getting a day rate apparently, and to reward their quitting by giving them money that they didn't like earn any type because they didn't stick it out till like they were forced out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sybil, like like that's like while Alexis and LaRon Smack were like they were nicer, like less problematic in the house. Sybil was problematic, but at least he stuck it out, dealt with the abuse he was being given, his clothes being fucked with, his suitcase being fucked with, like basically, and being hated online
Mm-hmm.
by the fans and being hated by the cast, but he stuck it out to the very
Yeah.
end. I have to give him a lot of respect for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like basically, I mean, I'm not sure if I would have taken all that hate because like luckily I was like universally liked for the most part, with the exception of a few problematic elements. But like he was hated and despised and stuck it out till he was forcibly voted out of the
Mm-hmm.
house and had no choice but to leave because this was what he was like forced out. But if he wasn't forced out, he would stay to the very end. Like
Yeah.
so, like I have to give him props for that, and you as well.
Why did you want to share your money? Why didn't you want to keep it for yourself? If you earned it and you won, why would you want to give that away?
Because like I guess like the initial point of being on Fishtank was not necessarily for the money. Or like I mean also I thought was on Last Man Standing. I just want to like make collaborations with people, connections, and get some of that I guess social media knowledge based on what I was trying to understand about Last Man Standing. Like it was a competition series. I thought it would be like good exposure. And also, I did not think I was actually going to win the grand prize because I didn't have any understanding what the show was about. Last Man Standing, that's what it was called. And they told me there was going to be like 10 contestants total. So I was like, the statistical odds that I would actually win the money was like 1 in 10. And if the goal is to win money, I could like literally just focus on my online touring business or do any of my other or my real estate ventures like to make that money. Like it doesn't make sense to just like take 6 weeks out of my life like away from my friends, my family, my life, my technology, my computer, phone, to do a reality show just for the slim chance of possibly getting money, but then not probably will not actually get anything in the end. So it's like, but I was like, you know what, like this seems like it could be a good exposure for me. So I was like, you know, I might as well just do it just for the connections, the collaborations, and the social media engagement. So like, so like that's why I chose to do it. So but
Yeah.
then I realized that um that like when I came there, I actually connected with everyone there, and I actually liked everyone. I was like, you know, I'm gonna like, I was like, if I somehow win in some crazy 1 million chance, I was like, I'm just gonna split it among each one, and so that they can have something. Because I didn't, I guess realize it because I didn't read the contract properly that like they were also getting a day rate too, in addition to like the whatever prizes they won.
Hmm.
This I did not really like pick up on because I assumed at the time like only one person would get the 50 grand prize and everyone would just go home with absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
That pissed me off because I was like, well, they invest so much time and their energy into this project, this reality show, away from their friends or family, their jobs. Like, how can they not get anything in the end? But then I realized like they were gonna get day pay anyway. So like even if they're kicked off the show, they'll still get something from the production.
How did you feel about the RV portion of the show, and did you enjoy the challenges that we did around Vegas?
The RV portion was really random and weird to me, in my opinion, because I understand that the Act Three reboot, Famous House 2.0, ended early because apparently Newcastle was boring, like in fact way too boring for it to even go on longer for them than more than a couple of days. Like it just ended after 4 days. It was supposed to go for 2 whole weeks. Like I had this whole thing planned up. Like I was gonna do the whole mind wipe bit. Like I was completely like an amnesiac Bert, like not knowing anything. And then if I somehow end up as the grand prize winner, or God forbid get eliminated, I'm like, surprise, motherfuckers! I knew the whole fucking time. I played all you motherfuckers,
Yeah.
including you, production. So fuck you all for gaslighting me. And I'm gonna get the grand prize. Like fuck you, but like fuck all you.
So did you like the challenges we did around Vegas?
Those were really awkward as fuck. Like talking to random people asking for money. That was like cringe as fuck for me because like
Yeah.
I I have no experience doing that. I never begged for money because I never had to. Like because like basically I have my own business. I make my own money. Like I could just use my credit cards or like to buy anything. Like if I need money, I could just go to the ATM or get a credit or use my credit card. But it's like having to beg people on the street for money felt so awkward. I felt like how do I go about doing this? That's why I felt like me just introducing myself, like so that I don't seem like some random freak saying like, "Can I have money? Can I have money? Can I have money?" Because like, I feel like if someone did that to me, like, get out my face, dude. Like I don't know you. Like basically, if I just introduce myself, trying to like build some type of friendly rapport, but then I was like a time limit, so I was like getting frustrated. And then later on, that diamond dude, he was like, I was supposed to basically invite people to the balls where it comes with these random balls, and it's like he was deliberately telling them problematic ass shit for me, like to fuck up my chance of like successfully inviting them to the balls where it comes. I was like, what is he doing? Is he trying to like screw me on purpose? Same people that was HIV positive. I was like from West Ghana, which is like I realized he was deliberately trying to fuck with me, and I didn't know if I should just play into it or just be really annoyed or pissed off. So I decided to just follow my instinct and just play into it and act annoyed and pissed off because I realized the reason why I probably brought him back for the whole Vegas thing is because they probably liked this dynamic where he was annoying the shit out of me. I would just get frustrated as hell because it was engaging to the audience. So I realized this is what they probably brought him back for. So I just played into it.
So how did you feel when he told you he was taking you to conversion camp.
I realize this is probably just for shock value nonsense. I don't think he was actually gonna like seriously take me to a conversion camp, unless they were like gonna do like a weird spin off where it's like, I send. Maybe it's like I take. I was gonna think like a plot twist. I go to gay conversion camp, and then I end up turning the production team, whoever's in charge of the gay conversion camp, to turn all of them gay, like all of them queer. Like that's the plot twist. They were
Right.
trying to turn me straight, but I'm turning them queer.
Did you like
Like,
Alex Stein?
yeah, he's cool. Like, I mean, it's like now that I actually researched him online, I realized he's a cool dude, and like he's actually hella famous and like notable. I was like, oh wow, it's deliberately disrespect. I was like fucking disrespectful to someone that's so important. I was like, oopsie.
No, he
It's
was
like,
he was messing with you, so I think that you're
yeah,
fine.
yeah. But yeah, I guess he did that for like to bring out like the craziness for like the engagement, like basically trolling, as they said. Like
Hmm.
they're trolling people, so trolling me just to amp me up to make me go lose my shit for entertaining the audience.
Yeah.
So like so in a weird way, I kind of have to thank production for like initially trying to gaslight me and manipulate me because it brought out great content that the audience loved.
Yeah.
And now that I'm aware of what was going on and at full context, now that I'm able to like synthesize everything from the internet and see the other side of things that was going on when I wasn't around, now it's all making much better sense in context. Like I remember they had a discussion apparently in the confessional about my mental health with everyone except me, saying that Bert is not dangerous to anyone. He has schizoaffective or disorder. We've checked his medication, and like I didn't realize this whole thing was happening. So then I'll provide some like much needed clarity on some stuff. I was wondering why later on, I guess people were like constantly meeting in room B3, and I was just alone in the penthouse ranting to myself. And it's like Alex was like deliberately not inviting me to these meetings in B3 to the point I was like getting paranoid. Like, is he conspiring against me? Because like why is no one telling? And then like randomly everyone kept showing up in the penthouse when I was trying to like do my strategizing thing. And I was like, what is that made me paranoid. I was like, what is going on? Why is everyone suddenly visiting me at the penthouse in days after being ignored for like days on end? I was like, what's happening? Like, yeah. But now I realize I was in not any real danger of being eliminated unless I did something completely off the rails that they'd have to kick me out of the house.
Were you surprised by all the love and support that you had from the fans walking around Vegas and at the Ball Brothers concert? And how did you feel about the Ball Brothers concert?
Uh, I was the Wallsburg concert was really fun. I was a little confused when I had to wear the sticker mule head on the mask on my head and dance around. I was like, okay, I'll dance. But then all the fans were like cheering me on. I was really relieved when they finally took it off so I could like breathe properly. And then I saw the fans and I was like, oh my God, like this is real. Like
Mm-hmm.
I know they said that I was like doing well. I was had good audience engagement. I had high level endorsements. I had fans, but it's like I didn't realize how popular it was. I thought it was just I thought it was only popular among people who are just like on the computer, but I'll never actually meet in real life. Or like if I would go on the street, they wouldn't recognize me at all. But
Yeah.
then I was in Vegas and they would spot me right away, asking me to sign their balls, actual plastic balls, not like testicles.
Yeah.
And and also like take pictures with them. I was like, holy fuck! I didn't realize that I would achieve this level of fame. To the point was like, when I initially did adult content, I did this because I thought I would never realistically speaking become like any type of famous actor. I mean, I did like a few acting scenes here and there, but those was just like for like acting real purposes. I mean, I thought I was going to get like a few like random roles here and there, nothing too substantial. So like, therefore, I didn't really seem to have any too much of an issue doing adult content because I felt like, well, it's not like I'll actually become like a major celebrity. So like, who cares? Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
not like it's not like I'm risking anything. I already make my own money, so it's like whatever. So like, but then when Fishtank happened and I blew up in popularity and everyone online knew my name, I was like, oh wow, like the dream happened. Like I became famous as fuck. Like we thought we were in famous house, but then it was Fishtank. But then it in the end it turned out to be us and me being insanely famous online, and now people to the point that people are recognizing me in real life. I'm like, oh, so it was famous house in the end in a way.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
it's like a like was it like a
360,
180? Yeah,
180.
360. Yeah, three. Like it shows up. We thought we were in Famous House, was like plot twist is Fishtank, but then in the end, it did turn out to be a Famous House after all because every single person that was involved in the original Famous House and then in the reboot and the freeloaders, they all became famous in some way, shape, or form online,
Mm.
and it boosted their careers or their popularity for the better.
What did you think about when Luke came in and approached Jeff and you had found out that he had smuggled substances on the trip?
That was like interesting. First, Luke was like saying, "I know you like brought like did some stuff." Like he did, like he was. I noticed he was not specifically mentioning what he did. To almost like, is he trying to like trick him into admitting something? But I thought he was just like fishing, like basically trying to like fish for like try to get him to admit to something, even though he had no real proof or evidence of it. But then it's like it turns out they did. Like apparently, like Sam searched um Jeff's stuff and found stuff, and like also I guess evidence that Luke's stuff was stolen. I was like, oh my god, this is serious. I thought it was like like a bit, so to speak, for like for the cameras, because like there were times in that mansion we would like stop to do like you know acting scenes for
Mm-hmm.
like the bit, but then it's like, oh god, it's real. Yeah, I was like, oh Jesus, like, but then I realized the signs were there compared to Jeff's initial appearance. Jeff was insanely talkative and like had some type of like awareness that this was all a nonsensical shit show, but he was more tired, low energy, and when he did have energy, just be grumpy and agitated, and not in the usual charming way, just like in the I don't give a fuck, who cares way, almost like depression,
Mm-hmm.
and which was weird. I was like, if he's depressed, then why would he come back to this shit? That was I'm wondering from the start, like why would he knew this was a shit show when the first time he was around, like, but he willingly came back to it. That was the thing I did not get, like why would he come back to it? Like, and then like I guess he just wanted the money and like I guess to possibly avoid I don't know he did mention he was possibly going to prison unless he got like attorney fees to get his court case like worked out. So that was kind of like shocking. And it was like Jeff was far less homoerotic this time around, which I thought was interesting. I was like low key disappointed because I was gonna have fun like bantering him with him again the way it was before, like build up that dynamic. But he seemed like he's like not engaged at all. So I was like I feel like that was like that's interesting. Like he was I feel like I thought the reason he was there was because like to bring back the engagement level that from the beginning, but like it's like he was kind of like out of it.
After the show, how did you feel about Sam Hyde in production?
Now that I researched Sam Hyde extensively, I realized that what he was doing is basically part of his bit. Like the whole manipulation, gaslighting, being rude, obnoxious, insufferable. It's part of the bit, but he does actually care in a weird, fucked up way about me and I guess the other contestants. He just expresses it in a really odd way, which I guess is on brand for him.
It is, yeah.
There's some stuff that was concerning, but like I feel like there's two sides to every story. So maybe once I can communicate with him again, I can get like the right side or like
Mm-hmm.
what his side and like make a judgment call from based on what I've seen. Although I guess one of the things I was upset about is like I didn't get a proper goodbye with Sam or Alex Diamond. I wanted to say like I wanted to like greet them goodbye before they left on the plane, but apparently they think they went on the plane before I left Las Vegas. So I was like, oh damn. I wanted to like thank them for the time for giving me an opportunity to be on the show, like and dealing with all my nonsensical ass like theorizing and like rambling and like schizo autistic like ranting and like tolerating me because I realized that like while I was entertaining to the audience, I realized that at times I was probably insufferable as fuck to the contestants and to Sam and to production. So I feel like the reason why they kept me around and kind of like tolerated my deliberate seeming like psychosis was because it was engaging to the audiences, like it was driving lots of content and making the season like a standout compared to the apparently season two was not as ideal or not as well received as season one of Fish Tank. So season three was like just blew it out of the water, I guess, mostly in part to me. And the thing is like it's interesting because like I was literally cast last minute.
Mm-hmm.
They just found me from my Craigslist ad, which
Yeah.
just was like a short little thing, and I guess they saw my pictures and stuff and my business cards. Like the fact that like they cast some random sex worker adult content person to be on Famous House slash Fishing, and I end up being like weird a weird spastic breakout star of the entire Fish Tank franchise is like what the fuck?
I think that Sam should also thank you for being a part of the show. I think you really brought content and made this
Yeah,
season so entertaining for the viewers. And I think that Sam also was entertained by you. I think he had fun,
yeah.
interacting with you. And is there anything that you want to say to him that you didn't get the opportunity to say in person?
Uh, that I appreciate him kind of like in his subtle way gave me direction on how to act and behave to be engaged with the audience. I'm glad he tolerated all my playful uh come-ons like asking what his shoe size was. I was just that was I was not trying to sexually harass him at all. It's just I realized that banter is like what the audience likes. Like when I said jetting off or like
Yeah.
saying that it was like calling him unibrow to Kaczynski.
Mm-hmm.
Those were just playful things I was
Ben.
doing to like Bengay. Yeah,
Yeah.
to keep it to keep it engaged, especially since we were in the RV and we had little to do. It's I was trying to be like witty and like just give off the whole this is such fucking nonsense
Mm-hmm.
attitude while trying not to break that character. But I guess at times I could tell that I'm kind of like smiling or laugh or trying to hold back a laugh, which kind of
Yeah.
like what came out like accidentally. So I was trying to like maintain that composure.
So now that you won Fish Tank, what do you want to do with your career? What direction do you want to go into? Do you want to go back to
Uh,
acting? Do you want to what,
yeah.
you know?
I wanted to get some take some time. I also like take some time to um recover from everything. Um, basically seek counseling for my it seems as of now obvious sex addiction. Stop sex work completely. Stop adult content completely. Try to get most of it off the internet to the best of my ability. I know I can not
Mm-hmm.
be completely expunged, but basically I kind of start a new chapter as a safe for work actor, content creator, and I guess influencer.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully do more projects with MDE, Fish Tank coming back as for future seasons and spin-offs. Do more streaming type of thing, like basically be more engaged with social media, learn more about how social media works, and also research the shit out of every reality show I can possibly get my hands on. So
Yeah.
that in case I do another one, I can have some knowledge of what to expect.
Yeah.
My
So,
complete other
sorry.
cluelessness was my complete other lack of knowledge and cluelessness of reality shows, and not to mention other internet related memes and uh stuff in general was a detriment, but at the same time an asset. But for the next reality show that I do, I want to have full awareness of what I'm doing, so I don't just be blindly trying to feel my way through shit.
So if they asked you back, you'd for sure come back to other seasons or other projects?
Oh hell yeah! Now that I actually understand Fish Tank in its entirety now by researching the shit out of it this season, the previous two seasons, the winners and the contestants and how it works and how the endorsements works. Now I actually realize, wow, this really was one of the greatest things that ever happened to me. In fact, probably the greatest because now it's it allows me to I'm now famous as fuck now. I can leverage this to make substantially more money, more connections, more
Mm-hmm.
collaborations, more and increase my level of popularity online. I'm getting asked to do so many interviews and cameos and special videos and greetings for people and asked to show up at in person engagements, autographs, make merchandise. Oh my god, it's so much stuff to do. It's okay, I just need to get a handle on everything, set up a plan, organize it, and maybe hire some people to help me out with trying to get everything all set up, the
Mm-hmm.
merchandising, the streaming, get some equipment for my instead of me I have an office where I can now I can use as a streaming
Mm-hmm.
center, get all the materials needed and maybe learn how to do some of this stuff that I'm not very knowledgeable on. Like so, like I have like so much potential. Like I to the point where I was like, I think I might want to focus on like online content creation, in person appearances, and
Yeah.
like stuff like leverage off the fish tank clout and popularity that I'm receiving to lead to other opportunities and expand my net worth to the point where it's like maybe I can generate far more income than I am from doing my tutoring business and like or like hell it's like in the end it's kind of like worth not getting the 50 grand because like I got something that because I got so much like fame, popularity, and clout to the point where I feel like I can leverage that to like really kickstart a brand new acting career and content creation venture under this identity. I'm using the new identity now, Burt Bronx. I originally went by Burt Obang or Daddy Burt, but now I want to like give that put to that chapter to a close and start a new Burt Bronx,
Burt
safe for
Bronx.
work.
Were you able to get that Instagram handle?
Yes,
Oh, so you have the Instagram right now, Burt Bronx?
yeah,
So you guys go follow Burt on Burt Bronx. It's BurtBronx,
yeah,
so that we can get his followers up and get him some brand deals and get him monetized on Instagram. You guys, that's amazing, Burt. I'm so happy for you. Next, I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions that I have from some fans. I
oh
had
sure.
some questions that they wanted to know. Um, so they want to know what the basement visits were like when they would production would bring you downstairs.
The first time I went to the basement was like they were trying to like analyze my to see like they actually thought like with the whole mind wipe bit I was doing that I actually have I dead ass gave myself amnesia,
Mm-hmm.
and they're trying to make sure that like I that like they're trying to like test me so like bro do you actually not remember anything? I was kind of like playing up like what are you talking about? Like I've only been in the house for like just that for like a day or two, and like I was like really trying I was like fucking with them like gaslighting them thinking like you know that I actually mind wiped myself because you know I didn't realize that they were fucking with me before, so I was like kind of like doing it back to them, like see
Yeah.
like how do you like it now?
Yeah.
And I also like, wanted to like I was always leveraging that as a strategy among the house because I realized like me we were the four contestants the final four while Payne, Binks, and Sybil, you know, knew Fishtank and was gonna act like they don't know nothing, I was gonna literally act like I have absolutely no knowledge at all. That I don't even remember Sybil, Payne, or Binks at all.
Mm-hmm.
So that was gonna like leverage that to my advantage to like and end up on top. But then it got actually got shut down early. All the new people got kicked out, and production literally forced me to actually remember it. So it's like, oh, it's like, well, that was
Yeah.
the end of that plan because I was actually excited for the rebuild. I was gonna like carry it on for 2 weeks, then end up being the final person at the end, then go in confessional as like my final confessional after I win, and do this whole like motive rant like where like I reveal my master plan in the reboots, how to I fooled everyone thinking I was mind wiped myself and how I won victory. This was a plan I was excited to do, and I was really pissed as fuck that Act Three ended early. That the whole Goldberg shit happened, and like then they said Binks won, then we had to leave Manchester because this complete fucked up the master plan I was had in my brain.
Yeah.
We're like, oh well.
So when you were you mogging production on purpose when you were calling Jet unibrow and when you kept saying that Sam looked old? Was that on purpose or did you actually like think these things?
These were uh these were things I actually thought before, but I realized like this was probably the titillating to the audience, so I just kind of like kept going with it. I initially did not remember like Jet's name, so I just said the dude with the unibrow, and I guess it's kind of like stuck, so I just kept saying unibrow as a nickname, and I
Yeah.
kind of gave the production team playful nicknames like unibrow, Bengay, Pornstash, Kaczynski. I realized Kaczynski was probably more offensive, but it's like in my brain, he kind of like looked like a slightly more handsome Ted Kaczynski.
Do you actually think that Sam looks 50 or 60?
He did look like he was 50 though. You know, like at least in his 50s. When he was 39, I was like, that's bullshit. Like I was like, that was part of like the gaslighting.
But he is.
And
I think he's actually 39.
but that's actually true. I thought I looked him up. Sam Hyde. Like, let me research this. I felt like Sam Hyde. Okay, let me see. If that is true, then like what? Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This can't. This is actually true. What the fuck? He's actually 39.
Yeah.
1985. Motherfucker, he's only 3 years older than me. Oh my god, I was like, why does he look like he could be like a like my stepdad or something? I was like, motherfucker. Well, this is a plot twist. I didn't expect this to be true. Like but he said he was 51, so he was just trolling me.
When did he say that?
I think later on he would say, "Oh, I'm actually 51," but then it's like, wow, it's saying like he was born in 1985, but doesn't give a does it give a birth date? Let me see here. It says April 16th, 1985. 39 years old. He's actually 6'5".
That's tall. What did you think about when I flirted with him? What did that what went through your mind?
It was suspicious to me. It was like, you actually found this guy hot. I'm like, he seems old enough to be like your stepdad, or like your like. And like, I was like, what? And I was like, why? I was like, I know that Sybil was also kind of like sucking up to him, to him as well. I was like, why? And I remember he said like, one of you guys will be my project, when we thought it was like Famous House, but then it's like, and then we turned out it was like just Fishtank, and it was like, so I felt like when it was revealed that Famous House was Fishtank, my trust for Sam went out the fucking window.
Mm-hmm.
I could not, because like, to me it's like, this was such an egregious level of like lying and gaslighting and manipulation. So it was like, once you breached my trust, I cannot trust you at all at this point. And this was such a high level of like lies, and he just kept lying
Yeah.
repeatedly and messing with me. So it's like, I could not trust anything he said. It's similar to with Job when he first came. He said he applied for a male modeling gig. He somehow got on Fish Tank. I was like, what? That sounds like nonsense. And then he said Kamala Harris was president, which I can just tell by his eyes and the way his mouth moved that he was lying.
Mm-hmm.
And from that point, I didn't believe a single fucking word he said. And the fact he seemed totally chill and nonchalant when all this craziness was happening around us, I was like vocally commenting, "What the fuck is going on?" Because like, I was in the house for, I think at the point, for like at least 2 weeks, and Job just came here just now and was just totally just going along with all the craziness like it's something he's experienced before. To where I
Mm-hmm.
was like, why are you not freaking out like this? I've been here for just 2 weeks and I'm going nuts. And then he's just like, I'm like, chill. That was another thing that like, was driving me mad. It's like how all this crazy ass weirdness was going on around us, and I was the only one that seemed to notice like, what the hell is going on? This is so weird. And everyone was treating it like, I was like, dude, it's whatever. I'm
Yeah.
like,
I love
that
Job. He's
was,
so funny.
yeah.
Um, what was your favorite Burt character to play? Dark Burt, Gold Burt,
I
what
like
version of
prison.
Burt?
I like Prisoner Burt the most. That was the most fun to play.
Okay, I have a question. Buck,
Yeah.
Mary, Kill, prisoner number 3, uh, Frank or
hmm
Ted?
Uh, Marry Prisoner number 3. Fuck Frank. Kill Ted. If that
Oh,
happens.
kill Ted. Ah, oh, poor Ted.
I
Yeah.
I think because like it's like he's not interested. He really made clear he's not interested, and I
Hmm.
did invite him to Vegas. He turned me down, and also he was like a plant, like a ironic plant the whole time. So he was like kind of like trying to get an unfair advantage over everyone else.
Yeah.
So it was like a little bit of deception to the point where it's like I wasn't aware of the deception until after he had already left. Although I have not connected with Ted yet, I'm trying to see if I can get in contact with, just like to get his side of the story of the whole pretending to be clues off fish tank thing.
Okay, so let's do another one. Let's do Fuck, Mary, Kill, me,
hmm
Peyton, and Binks.
With all due respect, fuck you. Um, Mary Payton Kilbanks. I mean, I mean, I mean, I mean, try to be respectful, but like, maybe being honest, I was like,
Yeah, you're great.
yeah,
It's so great. You're amazing. Okay. What do you think now about your fan base is problematic straight white men?
that's probably this is probably the only time in my life where like I had friends or followers or a fan base where it's conservative white males, because this is like usually not my usual like target audience at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually submissive queer, like white or lighter skinned males who have a kink for a dark skinned black men. This is like, so therefore like, or like the conservative, like kind of like incel white dudes. It's usually like an like a front to cover up their closet homosexuality. There's
Okay.
usually so like well, the fact that it's like actual straight males is like interesting. That's the thing I found the most the odd thing. Like basically the show is predominantly conservative, white, straight, kind of like homophobic, slightly racist white males, but yet they found me so enjoyable. They say like out of all the 3 seasons and the spin-offs that like Fishtank has existed, that I'm by far the most influential and like most prominent one. Despite the fact I came to the show with complete lack of awareness and total cluelessness of what the fuck this was. It's like that's so ironic. And they found and then I'm just some random dude they found me last minute on Craigslist. I didn't even apply for this shit or even know what the fuck this was about. I just like showed up. I was like,
It's
okay, whatever.
it's straight luck.
Yeah, it's like insane, like statistical 1 in a million type odds. Like what the fuck?
What was your worst day in the tank, and what was your best day in the tank?
I think the worst day in the tank was the whole either actually I think the Bing throwing eggs at me thing and me spiraling to like the sense of like like a madness breakdown. The second time will have to be like when I lost the cell challenge to Sybil. Um, but I think the cell challenge to Sybil was like that one I can understand because like I was sleep deprived and like I was like up all night, and like fighting with like basically it was exhausting. But the thing I understood why I was like upset and sad, but this big thing was kind of like blindsided. It came out of nowhere. I didn't understand what the fuck was happening. No one explained to me, and then I was just like confused because like I didn't get it. I was like, what? At first I was like, is this a bit or is this for real? But it felt real, so so I just like I acted like it was real, and I was genuinely hurt and upset by it because like I understand like this was like an order that Banks was given to do, I think by production or TTS or whatever. But it's like,
Well, she was told to like do stuff, but she wasn't told to do stuff to you.
I thought I kind of like got it. I kind of like she's explained that it was like the brand situation that I fucked up apparently, and that I had to like make it better by accepting my punishment, so to speak. Like it's one of those things like if she had pulled me aside, explained this is what we're gonna do, I was like, okay, got it. It's for the cameras. I'll just like react accordingly. But the fact that it was so blindsided and it felt like it was a deliberate attack or betrayal just hurt at the time. Which I guess in retrospect, sell the whole, made it seem real by me feeling it was real. But it did genuinely like I was not prepared for it. Like those were things like that. This show that like the things coming out of left field or like being blindsided by stuff is one of the things that I dislike the most about the show because like I understand that this is supposed to be like reality TV, but it's like I feel like some warning when things happen would be ideal. Or like a schedule what to expect for today would have helped me manage my energy and like my mentality and my sense of organization
Yeah.
much better. The random ass bullshit, like random shit, like it's like, oh my god. So I'm trying to keep up with what was going on while strategizing like a plan to win, while dealing with all this random shit happening all at once.
I'm just asking. I'm trying to find out if
Yeah.
production told Binks to do that or if she did that on her own. Yeah. So from what people are saying is that yeah they basically told Binks that she needed to be entertaining and create drama, and so she took that upon herself to do the egg thing and to do that to you. How does that
Oh.
make you feel?
Um. Well, it did definitely create drama. I guess it just like kind of fucked with my mental health a bit. So I was kind of like already on edge, especially when I was trying to maintain the whole my white bruise. But this was like something that I was not expecting to happen because I like I was gonna like I was gonna like I was trying to like act like me and Banks we never met before. So I was like, oh hi there, um Banks, like nice to meet you. I was like, playing that up. So it's like for someone, so it seems like a random stranger I just met today, it was just assaulting me like eggs just seemed out of left field because like I was like trying to be in character, so I was like acting like you're being mean to me for no reason. And what I do, and like yeah, but um, but like in retrospect, none of the shows ended. Like no, I'm not gonna like focus on that. Like I'm not gonna get like negatively titillated by that because like
Yeah.
the show's over. We're all we're out of the tank. We can all chill and relax and be our normal selves again. So everyone in the tank that I may have had some type of low level beef with, I'm completely cool now. Me
Yeah.
and Sybil, like oh fuck, I need to actually reach out to Sybil. Like I just don't know his socials yet.
So when you told Alex that you were possessed and he was possessed, uh, was that real? Like, did you think you were possessed?
Which Alex? Um,
Alex B, you had mentioned one night that he was possessed and that you thought he was schizophrenic and that he was possessed.
oh yes, possessed was his code word for like having mental health issues. I was trying to like, I mean, I guess I was like trying to like low key diagnose him because like he was actually kind of like erratic in a way. It was like it kind of reminded me of like me, or actually my brother. Like I have a younger brother, Bill. Bert, he's Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Um, on like my brother, although he reminded me of my brother when he's kind of like mad out of his mind. Because as insane as hell I am, my brother Bill is like 10 times worse. Like I think he would probably, well, I'm like considered like the ultimate Fishtank contestant. If for like season 4 they get my little brother on the show, holy fuck, he will blow me out of the water with
Really?
his insanity. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to think. Like if like, but the thing is, I would have to like conceal the knowledge of what fish tank is to him somehow. But I think like he will probably figure this out at some point. He'll probably research me, his brother, and find out the clips, and will probably have awareness of it. But I don't think he knows anything about the show yet, since I haven't talked to him in like in 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think he's researched me at all. So like, if I can somehow like hide it from him, I could like get him to come. If we could somehow get him to come back to come for season 4, that would actually be insane. Yeah.
So, what did you think about the Dark Mizzy arc?
Oh, that was interesting. To where it was like I thought like maybe it was leading to us like having uh, like a dark Bert, dark Mizzy kind of like evil alliance, so to speak.
We were
So
robbed of that because that would have been so much
yeah,
fun.
yeah, that would be like an interesting arc. Like I'm not. I'm trying to think like why didn't that pan out?
Because I got eliminated.
Oh fuck, right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, that's why. But
But did you
yeah,
have fun overall? Like, I know that in the moment it was intense and I had
yeah,
my moments of being scared and I was intimidated, but I do think
yeah,
that it became kind of fun and funny uh,
yeah.
to do.
I yeah. I know I apologize already, but like I was not going to assault you at all. I was just trying to be intimidating
Hmm.
because I was just trying to show how upset I was.
Yeah,
But you were never in any actual physical danger. Because
I know.
as insane as I am, I would never actually injure someone deliberately, unless this was an order given by production themselves. Where it said like with the Sybil thing, I had to like actually get my hands on him to try to take his fish away. That was the thing I was trying not to do because I was already kind of like nutty and like on edge as this. I didn't want to like actually go batshit crazy, like choking him
Yeah.
or like killing the shit out of him or something like
You're a big teddy
like
bear, Bert, and we all
yeah,
love you. You're just a big teddy
yeah,
bear. But yeah, I had so much fun with you in the house. I'm so grateful that we got to do it together and that I got to meet someone so unique as you. I know
yeah,
we both played up a lot of our stuff for the camera. Uh,
yeah,
for those of you who don't know, me and Bert had like conversations behind the scenes where I just kind of let him know that I was gonna amp stuff up a little bit on camera,
yeah,
but it was all out of love, and me and Bert had fun messing with each other.
yeah,
It was definitely a fun dynamic. I think I'm very glad that I got to come back and that they asked me to come back so that I could, you know, get to spend some time with Bert and we got to
yeah,
reconnect and those are the memories that I have now of Bert, you know. So it's really
yeah.
nice that we got to have that vacation. Do you think overall now that it's all done, you're happy that that was the Vegas vacation as much as you didn't get your dream vacation on in a romantic way? Are you
Yeah.
now happy that we all got to kind of spend it together?
Yeah. I'm glad that I was able to spend with like the people in Fish Tank and like get to like learn more about the fans, learn about how they perceive the show, how they perceive us. Um Me in general, like it's really surprising. It was like the way I was acting was like kind of like an exaggerated version of myself at age 19. when I was first going through my schizoaffective disorder mixed with my autism, and I was like undiagnosed, and I was like off my meds, just acting really erratic and nutty and weird. Um, People around me found it concerning and also annoying, but apparently the fans seem to like my schizo ranting, moving around sporadically, my odd, exaggerated facial expressions, my cartoonish Jim Carrey style weirdness and hand gestures. This was like, oh fuck, like I didn't realize I had like uh internet content potential. Because I felt like when I was originally going to do acting, I was trying to focus on like on scripted scenes, like dramatic, like especially dramatic scenes, like Law or Desperate Housewives, How Many Mothers Sell shit. I never imagined I would ever do a reality show because it just seems like, from what I've gathered, like just people yelling, screaming, dramatic confrontations, showmanships, like like I was trying to I know I kept saying this repeatedly. Like my only knowledge of how reality shows work is like a limited low key understanding of The Bachelor and a low key understanding of like Desperate Housewives of whoever.
So I watched the Jim O'Hara house tour. Is that your house? And do you have a
Yeah.
husband? Are you married? Was that
Oh,
room? What's up with the room with all the boxes? What?
oh, that was me like that was like that is my house. Yeah. I'm not married. Um I mean there was someone I wanted to marry but it didn't work out. But I was never. But I've never been actually married. I'm not. I'm solely single, with the exceptions of like hooks I have here and there. Um, that is my house. This is a three-family house in Union, New Jersey. The room where my cats used to be, that was like my room. In the beginning to move in stages, so that's why it's kind of like messy in there. It's not properly cleaned. I was just trying to like show like a tour of the house under the alias I had when I was doing online academic tutoring for like people in college for their exams and online courses. Um, but at the time, I didn't feel comfortable like showing my face or using my full name, so I just went by a moniker and got someone to be like the face of the company, so to speak, and just developed the identity of Jim O'Hara.
Yeah.
And I kind of like saw it as like kind of like a interesting acting challenge in a way where I kind of like leaned into it
Hmm.
and just created this whole OC persona, so to speak. So this is something like I have a habit of doing because like people also repeatedly told me don't use your real name on the internet for anything. I was like, okay, so like what should I do? Make up a pseudonym. So like that's why I started like making up pseudonyms and like aliases and not divulging too many details because at the time I was somewhat low key paranoid of like my personal information getting leaked online. But then over time I stopped caring about the whole, oh, what if someone finds out? What if someone sees me on the internet? Like, and then just started being like just go all the way with like being exposed on the internet. Um, Although in retrospect, if I knew that I was going to achieve this level of fame, I would have still kept on being like um, uh, reserving like divulging too many details of my life
Hmm.
um, and my photos and content if I knew I was going to achieve this level of fame. So it's kind of like you live and learn. But
Yeah.
in some ways, I think like my ostentatious overt boldness of showing like um risque parts of my personality.
Hmm.
It's like made me stand out in a way that made me unique compared to all the other like male contestants because the male contestants were either like straight or straight acting but gave off somewhat of a queer vibe, and I was just like overtly ostentatiously queer and like and unafraid to show it, no filter about it. Like it made me stand out in a way that was like notable. The burning off on the first day, that was just something I just did because I was just tired after the plane ride and I just want to chill out and relax, and that's something I do just to like like blow off steam, just let myself relax. Uh, the fact that this was something that like was being recorded by the video cameras and was displayed to the audience live without me being fully aware of it, I was like, oh fuck. But then it's like I've already been doing that for like several days during the past 2 weeks. When before I think before the TTS was officially activated, and we found that was the audience watching us and stuff. It's like, well, I already done like a dozen times, like half a dozen times. So it's like might as well just like keep on. I'm like, there's no point like stopping now because like they already seen it, so I might as well just like
Hmm.
play into it. And also, like, it seems like they actually found it interesting with the Burp Busters, Burp Squirters clans. So it's like, I guess one of the positive things about like not knowing that I was being live streamed and filmed in front of a live audience as I was doing all my weird shit in the beginning, it allowed me not to like to avoid watch. It allowed me not to be worried too much about like trying to hide some problematic stuff about me because like I already said everything and did everything because not assuming I was alone and no one was around when people were watching. So I'm like, I might as well just like go be myself, and not hide anything, and just go like nuts because like whatever I could have kept secret or was already exposed. Like me revealing my autism, my schizoaffective disorder, the burning off, and my sex work. It was already exposed before I even realized what was happening. So I might as well just like just deal with it or just play into it for like comedic effect.
Yeah. So do you have any last thoughts? Uh, I'm gonna give you the floor. So
Oh,
anything that you want to say to wrap up
uh,
the interview?
I want to thank whoever it was that found me online, and contacted me and asked me to be on Fish Tank. Thank you so much. I mean, I like I mentioned before several times, if I knew what this was, I would have said, yeah, this doesn't sound like my thing. No, thank you. But so I kind of like appreciate the fact that they concealed it from me because it allowed me be part of like the greatest project I will probably ever be in my entire life. An opportunity that I would never have thought I would ever get myself, and I'm glad that whoever found me randomly or like how luck bestowed whoever was in charge of like hiring me, like thank you so much. I'm glad that I was able to exceed your expectations and the expectations of the show and actually like save it from like being potentially canceled, even though half the time I had no idea what I was doing. I was just trying to like figure out what the show was about and strategizing like how to like win despite being completely confused about things. So like I guess it all worked out.
Yeah, it didn't. I think that uh, we're all so lucky that they did find you and cast you because I think you all have such a special place in every single person's heart that, got to watch you. And I think that you have big, great things in your future. I
Yeah,
think that out of anyone in this cast, you have something so special and unique that I think the world needs to see.
yeah.
One last question. Is life Mizzy after all?
Uh, life is Mizzy, but in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bert, for letting me be the first person to interview you. It's such a pleasure and an honor, and I already miss you
Yeah.
so much. I
Oh,
can't wait to watch you grow and watch you succeed in life. And yeah, thank you for
oh,
taking the time to sit down and chat with me. I wish you so much luck on your future
oh,
endeavors, and I can't wait to watch you and connect. We will definitely stay in touch, and you can always reach out to me if you ever need to talk about anything. I'm here,
yeah.
and I'm so glad I got to meet you. You're so special, and don't let
Oh,
anyone ever tell you any different. I think
oh,
that this experience was great for both of us in different ways, and I think I've
yeah.
seen a change in you as well, and I think it's positive, and I think that you fooled everybody. You fooled me, you fooled production.
Yeah.
So anyone who says that you don't have a 160 IQ, I think now hopefully they can see like that you are really smart and
Mm.
that you fooled literally everybody. So yeah, thank you so much. You're amazing, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Same to you. Uh, Feel free to let me know when this is uploaded online and I can like catch the link and repost it on my socials.
Yeah. Can I get one of your things?
Oh yeah, like
Wait, what is it?
yeah.
All right, bye, Bert. Love you.
Thank you.